What a thrill. That was bad, but it's maybe earned because of this exciting video. Well, I'm excited for it because big Metal Gear fan. Had his, of course, no coincidence for the video or anything like that, but growing up with Metal Gear, been hooked from the first time I ever played one of the games, and funny enough, it wasn't a mainstream one. I actually picked up Portable Ops for the PSP. No idea what Metal Gear was, what it was about. At my age, it was like guy with a gun on the cover, bandana. He looks cool. Guess we'll see what it's about. Little did I know what I was getting into. And I give this series a lot of credit for a lot of my appreciation, love, and just joy for, storytelling and media, music, how powerful storytelling can be and how much it can really mean to us in a lot of ways, and every little detail that goes into it, from the characters, the writing, story, music, those epic set pieces, and the more quiet, somber set pieces, I really think I owe all to this series. And going into a rabbit hole after that of wanting to just play every single one, of course, borrowed my buddy's PS2 back in the day, picked up Metal Gear Solid 3. I actually played the OG one before Subsistence that had the actual normal camera view. I think that might be the way to do it. I think the overhead one builds character, kind of really experience. But anyway, I'm getting off of the main topic here. So Delta drops, honestly, probably my most anticipated game of this year, just because, me getting to replay it with those insane graphics on a new console, plus getting to introduce it to, my buddies and people who haven't played it before, because it's hard. If you're a Metal Gear fan, you get it. But for people who have never, played it, and it's kind of understandable because of how stretched out and hard it is to kind of get into these games, because you gotta own a PS1, do you want to emulate it, oh, now you gotta buy a PSP, you have a PSD, it's a little complicated. So I was completely psyched that it got a remake. I waited for Delta forever. I've bought every piece of merch I can for the hats, the dog tags, the thumbsticks for the controllers, and everything like that. But the one that really caught my eye was the collector's edition vinyl. The US collector's editions were okay with the, statues, or the weird one where he's, you've probably seen the made fun of photos of what that statue looks like of him sitting under the bag, under the tree and whatnot. But Japan got it the best. They got the vinyl. I'm a big vinyl collector, and as soon as I saw that, everybody knows this soundtrack is killer. So MGS3, they release a vinyl, locked in right away. I'm like, well, I'm pre-ordering that, easy purchase. You can't, right? Japan release only, unless I want to buy the full thing from a scalper on eBay for $900, I'm shit out of luck. So I've waited, and in that time beat Delta about 4 times now. Maybe a 5th is approaching, but finally, as I'm searching online for all kinds of Metal Gear things, finally, I was hoping this would happen. Someone finally listed the vinyl separate from the collector's edition for me to grab. So it just arrived today. It said it was going to take 1 or 2 months to get here, but fortunately it didn't take that long. Came beautifully, came packaged perfect. Shout out to that guy for, it came in like Fort Knox, blacked out package, had little plastic middle things on the sides to keep it from bending, saran wrapped, bubble wrapped, tinfoil wrapped. No, just kidding, really. But just arrived. I haven't opened it yet, and I'm gonna do a little opening of it. Why not? I'm gonna be firing this baby up on the player tonight. You can maybe kind of see it under Brad, my signed photo of Brad. There it is. I know, not a fancy player. I'm working on it. Leave me alone. Here we go. So the very top of it, because I know some of these, I don't think this has really been shown off too much for, I don't know, vinyl collectors maybe, of kind of what it looks like in detail. But the top just kind of gives you a rundown of every song listed in, the soundtrack of the game. And one thing I actually thought was kind of interesting too and kind of cool, because it gives you all the classics, Snake Eater, Downwards. But at the very end on B-side, it actually has Snake Eater, but the Japanese version thrown off at the end that I've actually never heard. So, I mean, I want to understand it, but it's cool, I guess. And then on the other side, written in Japanese, honestly, I have no idea what that says. I'm going to have to look that up later. Maybe it's the title of the game in Japanese. But anyway, just little cute cover there. The actual vinyl itself really is decked out through the whole skeleton and bones of a snake. So there's no outside Metal Gear, there's no snake, there's no boss, no artwork of any of the characters, just full on the title, the soundtrack, and then into the snake body. Let's see what's inside. So I probably wouldn't know what this was unless I kind of saw some earlier photos of this, but what that is it's a shot of a bunch of airplanes kind of flying over a map of where Snake Eater takes place. And this is from the opening of, everyone knows the classic Snake Eater opening. There's a shot of this in that, like a brief, it's not from the game, of course, but it's like from the intro. And then another side of it just kind of giving a little bit of details on what songs we're looking for. Pop open the actual vinyl, the actual thing that makes the music. So one thing, right here is the actual vinyl itself here. The green really sticks out. It's one vinyl, the soundtrack's great, but we're talking about, 9 songs in total for it. I don't know if I'm going to take it out of the packaging yet till I put a video of me playing it right here, but pretty, so far I'll say pretty modest and minimalist, advertising or artwork on it. Some vinyls get crazy now with moving graphics on the vinyl, or they're kind of carved out in different shapes or anything. This is the classic Snake Eater green with the logo on the title, all the details of the songs, Konami on it, side A and B. Okay. And then, they love letting you know every song in this thing. It's laminated 3 times on this. But this, I guess, is kind of different because it actually shows the lyrics of the Snake Eater theme and Way to Fall, the Snake Eater Japanese version. I imagine there's another side in here with the rest of them because this is only showing 3 of the songs. I lied. There's not. That's it. That's actually it. That's interesting. Wonder why they only chose these 3 songs to showcase like that. Truth be told, when I bought this too, I didn't know what was going to be inside this. I didn't know if there was going to be another poster or any sort of cool artwork or anything like that, But it's pretty, like I said, it's pretty minimal on, super... Ooh, hold on a minute. What is this? There's something, kind of hiding in the back. Oh. Here I thought maybe I found a sticker, some sort of code. Well, I did find that actually, but maybe something a little to up-talk my minimal talk, into something exciting. But you're not going to believe this if you didn't already know from the 3 times they laminated what songs are in this damn thing. We got a 4th one now. 5, actually, double-sided. 1 in English, 1 in the back, right? But it's just a little discount code. Is that what it is, actually? Oh, it's the digital code. And here I am now going to have to cover this because my dumbass just showed it off on the camera. But it's a digital code for the soundtrack. I guess that's actually pretty cool. That's nice to have. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna throw this baby on the vinyl. Let you guys have a little taste of what it sounds like. Not sure what song I'm gonna pick. Probably just Snake Eater, but we'll see.